Cuisine Royal game review. Anyway, this is a pretty interesting battle royale game to say the least in the whole free-to-play market. It's it started out as just a good old parody of PUBG, and well, I'd say it's slightly in the better side of things when it comes to graphics. When it comes to like that versus PUBG, but there's a few good things, a few bad things about this game. A few good things is this game is very hilarious in the short term. Like, yeah, you have to use pots and pans as armor. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Go look for it yourself if you're interested. And I'd say this game isn't really much about the long term thing. It's more like just a fun thing you can live while waiting for, let's say, like Destiny 2 Shadowkeep to come out or something. And I'd say for like a small thing to do before while you have a huge content drought in some other game, it does that pretty well. It's fun to play with friends, especially, and overall, this game is very quirky. Like I said, it's a parody of PUBG that's set in World War II, but also has like cowboys and Indians all over the place. So, yeah, it's pretty weird. And I'd say it also shares a small things when it comes to other battle royale games. I'd say like the totally accurate battle royale simulator. I think that's what it's called. Basically, it has similar mechanics to aiming in first person with that game. If you barely move an inch, your aim just kind of bounces around, which can get annoying, but it adds to the comic relief. Maybe I'm not sure why they did that, but overall, I'd say this game, in terms of tactics and tips and whatnot, this is a game focused on the more long-term strategy, since there's not a lot of movement, and the movement that you do end up doing is going to mess up your aim a lot. So, go ahead and plan it out kind of like PUBG, like go around the circle instead of just going straight to it, snipe a lot, flank a lot, and sometimes, even if you just have the bigger gun, you're gonna be, you know, getting something done. And this game does have a few things that it borrowed from other battle royale games, like a pinging system, mostly dependent on whistles instead of voice lines or other things. And overall, the inventory system is kind of clunky. But it's similar to PUBG in that regard. Like, you can get used to it and whatnot, and I guess it's probably better on PC in that comes to the inventory system. But overall, that's the technical side, and this game is not really about the technicalities or anything. It's just comedic, and let's just say it does a pretty good job at it for a small while. But with the new, like the new high kind of ran out on this game, and yeah, it started getting a little bit boring, but I'd say it's just a small thing to mess around with. Now, another point to make is the fact that, well, while I was playing, everybody else that was in the house started having a lot of lag. So this game also shares the fact with PUBG that the code maybe isn't really all that refined. So maybe the router or internet might have a little bit of trouble, or even your PC or Xbox might have a little trouble keeping up. Like, I did have one match where I was lagging out like crazy. Then again, I have a feeling that was on server side of things. So, yeah, overall, this is a pretty fun game to play for like a little while and then leave away, kind of like casually, you know. It is a casual, just comedic parody of PUBG, and so I kind of treat it that way. And because of that, it's pretty good. Go check it out. See you guys later.